so high, I got no doubt. This life ain't got no ceiling like you won't break me, I won't back out. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm going so high, I got no doubt. This life ain't got no ceiling like you can't stop this.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Howard. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve. And when you present 5 wide receivers in a pattern, that asks a lot of your offensive line, because sometimes they'll actually bring a little extra pressure towards the quarterback. They've got to protect, and the ball has to come out fast as well. That one was knocked away.
On the return, Johnson. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together.
Hey, confused.
They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Ohio State. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The catch and run there, good. for 16 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now the former volunteer, it's Dylan Sampson. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Sanders to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Sanders. He's got his running back out of the backfield. A solid stiff arm. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This play is a thing of beauty when it works as designed because they let the running back slip out of the backfield and head down the sideline on a wheel route. Number one, it's easy for him to get lost. And number two, really tough for the linebacker to run with him. And this ball's right on the money and leads to a big play.
On 1st down is Jenkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Quinshon Judkins with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. That's caught right side. It's Warren. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 3rd and 6. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Sanders. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You look at this Steeler defense. They come into play number 12 in the NFL against the run.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Sanders. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Sanders. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick six.
And I know from experience throughout the week, when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick sixes and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Jerome Ford. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
45. Ready?
Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Gabriel. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nelson Aguilar, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Steelers 7.
Kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, really with I should probably sign a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and inches.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Steelers are 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit.
No, that fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And how about the big boy showing off the wheels?
Let's face it, anybody who watches a game, even if it goes against your team, when there's a big man with the football, everyone locks in.
All eyes.
Everyone locks in, and they're rumbling.
Quinshon Judkins with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now Rodgers. Got his man. It's Warren. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
That's good for us Steelers. First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. And he's got this down to the 35.
And 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing left side, it's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Give up the middle to Johnson. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13. 2nd down and 4.
Pick up a 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
to the 16. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. Boswell's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22.
Looking to throw. Gabriel. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Ready. Claws red. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Gabriel. And that is incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Going up top from Miller. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 48 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Up the middle, Johnson. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. Boswell good with the extra point. And it's now 21-17. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Browns drive about to get started.
Yellow.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
Ultra. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. Sampson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
First down, Browns.
Operating from the gun. Gabriel. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now we're 2nd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Ready. Black shot. 52. Ready.
Back to throw. Gabriel. He'll get this complete to Tillman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Grill green.
They'll look to throw again. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Browns 28, Steelers 17.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now Rodgers. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Now it's Rodgers. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That's caught. It's Austin left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rodgers again now. Austin is there and brings in another one. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout.
It's now third down.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2 yards to go, second down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down, Browns.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Right back to Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. On second down, they'll run it here. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is up to 18 now.
17.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, 626.
And they'll start the drive to the ground with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Second down at the 36-yard line.
They'll get this out wide to Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The first catch of the ball game there for Metcalf. And a first down to boot.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. Second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Gets this over the middle to Tillman. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free, but boy, that's a tough area to go into when you're going into his spot. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that is incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it.
17.
So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now he drops it incomplete. Their struggles continue here.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
319.
Here's Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. They're just looking good all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches, just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gabriel. He's going to try and go deep again. He's got him in. Complete. Down the left sideline. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nelson Aguilar with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive
and give his leg a rest.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. Across the formation, he hits Austin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Brings up second down at the 22-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
7-yard loss.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the...
And on the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Browns are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
At the 35-yard line.
On play action, now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Inside, 319.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep blow with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Here we go. Back check, man. 40.
On first down, Sampson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
This short pass into the hands of Njoku. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did it in a big way there.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is too far out in front. He couldn't haul it in. Incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Oh, they dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there. And now 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
26.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line.
Come on, set, ready?
They'll run on 1st down. Sampson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing it. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. its second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Steelers 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now, right at the 40.
1st and 10 at the 40.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Short throw to Smith. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
2nd and 1.
On play action. Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Steelers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet, and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And the formula there on the two-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager